Okay, just so we understand, this is a kind of psychological torture poodles are known for, aren't you, Coco? While I prepare your dinner. Complete patience and focus. Yeah, it pays off. It pays off. Okay, you'll get a nice dinner, don't worry. Okay, so let's do a deep dive into this pea and tomato paste sauce. It's not tomato paste. This is the sauce you buy here in Italy. It's pure tomato goodness. Fantastic tomato taste. A tiny little bit of salt in it. There's 3 or 4 brands that are big on the shelves that are very, very good. And as I said, this sauce, I ran it by yesterday. A guy who's he's my plumber. He installed that faucet there for me. And anyway, he's from the coast, the Mediterranean coast, but it's genetic. Italians can cook. There's a cooking gene, and Italians have got it in abundance. Anyway, this sauce with peas and tomato, that's it. It's simple, and it's good for you. So let's spend a little time on that. So I'm just using the frozen peas. My mother used canned peas, but I don't know why. Maybe they were just simpler or whatever. And the sauce, and the comment that my plumber made was, "Oh, it needs more garlic." Well, I didn't put any garlic in it last time. So this is just going to be garlic, very, very lightly cooked in a little bit of butter. And then we put the peas in and roll that around in with it until the peas start to get a little, I don't know. I better thaw these first because they're frozen right now. And I don't want to burn them. I don't want to burn the garlic, actually. I get the garlic and the peas just cooked both nice and warm. Although the peas I like a little fresh. My consigliere, a plumber, he thought the peas were a little bit underdone. And he might be used to something different. I don't know. I like them a little bit fresher and crispier. And then with the sauce, so that's all going to be for this polenta, which I baked yesterday. And you see here the cheese. You see the cheese down in here, these stripes where the cheese got roasted sort of in the oven. That's pure, what is it? Yeah. Anyway, there's a bunch of cheese in here, baked in here, and on top a little bit, browned up nice. And man, that's the way I like my polenta. It is just 1,000 things you could do with it, including like frying it different ways. So that'd be 3 times cooked. Boiled, baked, and fried. What could be better? Seriously, Coco. Could it be any better than that? Do you think you're getting any of this after the supper you just had? No, this is for me, sweetie. Okay, so on browning garlic, look, there's different ways to do it with a garlic press you can buy, and some people have a knife smashing technique. I'm really just learning about this garlic thing, so any feedback on that's appreciated. I'm just going to smash it, dice it up, put it with the butter, and just very, very lightly cook it, very little bit, and then put in the peas pretty quick because these are still, yeah, they're broken up, so they're not totally frozen into giant pieces yet, but they're not thawed either. So I don't want to overcook my garlic while I'm waiting for the peas to get nice. Anyway, it's a dilemma to work out here. Okay, here's how I decided to deal with this dilemma. There's the garlic. I smashed it. I chopped it up, little pieces. The butter, it's not no heat applied yet. The peas, I defrost them in the microwave. What I did is I just made them so that, they're warm. They're nice and warm. And they're sweet and good. They're little tiny peas. They're so tasty all on their own. So a little garlic and the peas and the tomato, and that is really the essence of this this sauce. It's supposed to be pretty doggone traditional, and it is good, and it gets a lot of vegetable into whatever pasta you're putting it on, or in this case, polenta. Maybe it is a polenta sauce. I don't think it is a pasta sauce necessarily. Who knows? Okay, so we've got the heat on nice and low here, and the butter's just starting to melt there. See it? And let's get that little bit of garlic down in there. So I'm gonna just get this butter sizzling and then put the peas in. And the idea here is to cook the peas and the garlic at the same time. So the garlic is, I should probably get the garlic ahead of the peas a little bit. I think so. Yeah, that's a good idea. I don't know why, but it's a good idea. So that little thing there, that's a little piece of garlic that shouldn't have got in there. Ow. Yeah, a little bit of skin holding it together there. So let's get that out of there. Yeah, I think I hear I've got more than enough butter. I probably could have gotten away with half that amount of butter. But the butter is bubbling a little bit. Let's just get the garlic on. And again, this is garlic, nice piece, and tomato sauce. No other spices than the garlic. And a small amount of salt, if you can call it a spice, in the tomato sauce. So it's all about getting the nice, good ingredients, nice frozen peas, nice and fresh, grown without a bunch of chemicals and so forth. And, okay, I think I'm just going to go by smell here on this, because I can smell the garlic here, and I can see it starting to, I think it's clearing up a little bit. Just bubbling that butter along at pretty low heat there. So I think that should be pretty good. Yeah, going by the smell. Okay, I don't think I want the butter to cook too much. I think the garlic is well enough along. So, in go the peas. Come on here, peas, get. Go, go, go. Last little pea in the bowl. Let's taste that. Yeah, it's good. Okay, so. Now the peas are pretty warm. They just came out of the microwave not too long ago. And I think what I've got going here is that the garlic flavor should be, the garlic oil should be pretty well dispersed out into the butter. It's going to carry it around here into the peas a little bit. But there's no need to make everything taste totally consistent. You want the peas to taste like peas. You want the tomato sauce to taste like tomato sauce. You want the garlic butter to taste like garlic butter and be throughout the whole thing, right? Something like that. So, yep, that's it. The garlic butter is through the peas, and now, if I can do this one-handed, let's try to get this jar off of here. I have to pause. Okay, and as with luck would have it, if I have just enough sauce in this jar here for the amount of peas we've got, I'd say eyeballing it here, maybe 2 times as much sauce as you have peas, or 3 times. That's good. I hate to waste even what's in that jar. I should put some wine in there and swish it around a little bit just to get the last little bit of tomato. I'm going to do that, put a little bit of white wine in here. How can that hurt anything? No. So I got a little bit of white wine in the bottom of the bottle here. And I got the lid back on, obviously, to shake it up here. And it gets all that, it takes a lot of that tomato and gets it dissolved in the wine there. And then that's all going to go back in here. And I've recovered, I don't know how much, but a fair amount of the tomato that would have just stuck to the bottle and gone to the landfill. So if I do that one more time, this bottle's going to be fairly clean. And it's going in there. Okay, and my pan's a little bit on the small side, but this is the wine. Oh yeah, the pan's definitely on the small side. We might overflow here if we're not careful. Yep, I'm going to have to upsize that pan real quick. Because I can't boil it in that. It's going to run over. All right. Okay, apologies for this little detour here. But yeah, my pan was a little too small, so we're just going to dump it into a regular sized pan here, a little bit bigger pan. It's a little bit more sauce than I was going to make, but hey, it's tomatoes. Now, on this rinsing out the bottle thing, just because why throw that bottle out into a landfill or whatever? You know, we do the glass recycling thing here. But that's the second time to do this, and you see how clean that gets. We've got 90 some better than 90% of the stuff out of there. Oh, of the recoverable, wonderful tomato sauce. The bottle goes away much cleaner in a more recyclable state. So it's little things like this that people, I don't know, don't seem to know. So anyway, now this goes back on here, and then we're going to reduce it. Get the tomato sauce nice and hot, and let the wine cook a while to just get it cooked out of there, just to thicken up the sauce a little bit there. Okay, so we got a pretty decent fire there, which we can stand for a while. But I'm going to go ahead and reduce it now so I don't forget, because I'm in no hurry here to get it boiling. There we go. And we'll just start stirring that after a bit here, and away we go. Okay, so we're starting to boil here a little bit, or bubble down slowly. This is a step that you don't normally make here because I was at the bottom of my bottle of sauce, so I used a little white wine to rinse the sauce out. And I don't think that well, we're going to find out how it tastes. I can't imagine it would be a bad thing. But, yeah, so this is going to cook down a little bit more. It's not as thick as it would be if I just used the first off the bottle of sauce. Let me grab this bottle here. Yeah, so the bottle is about yo big. And, you know, I don't know, you get about 3 or 4 servings. I don't know. This, for me, I get 3 servings out of this easy. So the top 2 are thicker, obviously, than the bottom one, which I, rinsed out the rest of the tomato with the white wine. And then didn't take much water then to clean that bottle up very nicely. Okay, smells good. Yep, does smell good. Okay, so when that sauce is done cooking down, it's going to go on this polenta, which I'm just going to reheat in the microwave. I should refry it, but I don't want to get too fancy here. And this is kind of nice how this cheese that I put down in it here, some of it's like some of it browned up down into the cheese because I think it was exposed on the top and the heat went down and browned the cheese up a little bit. So it's some tasty polenta here. And I cut it off of this loaf. This is the rest of my polenta loaf, which I cooked in a bread pan. So that will be another meal here. So one bread pan of polenta is enough, I don't know, 4 or 5 people probably. And if I'm serving it here, I'm going to have a nice chicken leg with it because I heard this is tradition. My mom always served chicken with it, but here in Italy, I heard from my consigliere that they have these little birds, partridges or doves or quails. I don't know, they're very small. He showed me a picture of them. I didn't know what it was exactly. These little birds. So a little bit of poultry with your polenta. So American adaptation's chicken. Heck yeah. Okay, this smells good. I'm ready to plate it up and eat here. Now the sauce is a little, not as thick as I like it, but that's that thinning step with the, the white wine and the extra sauce and stuff. So that's fine. Who cares? It's going to be I think it's going to be good. And let's just save, it's enough sauce really. I think that's enough sauce. So that sauce I'll save. I cooked the chicken ahead of the polenta, warmed it up, got it nice. Then I put them all together on a plate and warmed up the polenta with the microwave, put on the sauce. That is dinner right there. We'll talk more about the polenta on some other video here the next time I make a batch of the baked polenta with the cheese, because that was a darn good experiment there, into sort of a travel into my past to make that. But it smells fantastic. I think it's going to be good. Okay, so I had one bite, and I can say it's really, really good. So I guess the moral of the story here is don't be afraid to be silly, look silly, do stupid things, just be honest about it. You make something good, fine. Don't talk up something that's not good. Be honest about it, but believe me, this is This is good. It's a really inexpensive, healthy meal. And that's, in my view, that's the definition of sophisticated. It's taking the essentials here to some place where, some higher level. But it's really good. It's a good ingredients. So it's important to start from a good place here with now, true, the sauce is not as thick as I like it, but it's fine. It tastes good too. There's something about these little fine peas. They have they're good. They're peas. Tomatoes are good. They're good together. And with the polenta baked, that's fantastic. The chicken's not bad either. Okay, getting ready to wrap this up here. Maybe a couple more minutes for this video. But yeah, this is good. It takes me back to my formative years, my early teens. This was a common dinner around our house. I really loved it. And reminds me of something my Nona said. Irene Siccardi. She said, Johnny, live your life so you can look any man right in the eye and tell him to go to hell. I finally sort of got an idea what that meant, I think. Okay, and just to put a wrap on this polenta sauce adventure here, I'm going to, instead of putting this in another pan or a container, and then having to eventually wash that container and wash this separately and use all that detergent and that time and that, all that, and the energy to heat the water and all that sort of stuff. What I'm going to do is store this polenta, and look at this baked polenta, just for a second here. Let's go on a tangent. See how the cheese kind of browned down in here to it. Here's a piece, this little square piece that just survived totally intact. That's what I had intended. This piece was right next to it. And I don't know, I think here, these ones here that weren't totally buried got a little bit more heat and they sort of browned up, which is something to take note of. So anyway, it's really important to, know your aseptic technique, what's sterile, what's clean, how long things will last, what sort of cooking temperatures are going to be involved. But this is the way that this is going to go into the refrigerator, right in a pan like this. So it's in the sauce. The sauce was just boiling a few minutes ago. I just inoculated it with that polenta that came out of the fridge, which should be very, very clean. So it's going to go right into the refrigerator like this, and that is dinner tomorrow. I'm just going to heat that up like that. One pan to wash, not an extra sort of a thing to deal with. You can see the lid steaming up there. Everything's still pretty warm. So to the fridge, and that's cleanup. That's it.